Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to everybody. This is the third part of the video about Murabaha and Musawwama. In our previous part of this video, we have discussed some conditions which are required to be fulfilled in Islamic Sharia law for the sale. And as we have already discussed two form of sale, one is Musawwama and the second is Murabaha. द डिफरेंस बिटवीन बोथ ऑफ देम इज़ कि जो मुसव्वमा है वहाँ पर आपके पास निगोसिएशन की फ़ैसिलिटी अवेलेबल है, और अगर हम मुराबाहा की बात करें तो वहाँ पर सेलर के ऊपर एक कंडीशन है कि वो कॉस्ट को एक्सपोज करेगा, रियल कॉस्ट बताएगा बायर को, और फिर एक डिसाइडेड जो प्रॉफिट मार्जिन है उसके साथ सेल होगी. So if we just simply talk about the sale, or in Arabic the bay, there could be the certain classifications of bay, right? So these forms require an honest declaration of the cost by the seller. Number one is tawliya, means resale at the stated original price with no profit or loss to the seller. There could be lot of reasons that the seller is selling the good or some objects at the cost price. Maybe he is selling the whole of inventory to switch the business, maybe for some other reason. So there could be this situation, and this is very simple and very stated, so no problem at all in this. But again, this is one kind of sale. Number two, wadiya or Mohata, means resale at a discounted from the original cost. There could be another reasons as far as the business people are concerned. Might be they are again switching their business, and for this reason they are selling the whole inventory at some discounted price. Or there could be another reason that the business needs some cash flows, and fulfilling that cash needs, the business is selling the goods at the discounted price. The number third is the murabaha, and it is the sale with a fixed profit margin over the cost, and this is the more important topic for our today and the later part of these videos. So we will emphasize on murabaha more as compared to the other sales. Last one but not the least one, musawwama, as we already discussed in our previous video, that it is a sale for a price which is mutually agreed upon between seller and purchaser without any reference to the purchase price or cost to the seller. And yes, there is free bargaining between buyer and the seller, and but obviously the other conditions still required to be fulfilled here. So all these forms could be either on a spot or deferred payment basis. As far as murabaha and musawwama are concerned, these both sales could be on spot and could be with deferred payments. I mean, मुराबाहा सेल है और उसके स्पॉट पर कैश डिलीवर हो रहा है और प्रोडक्ट डिलीवर हो रही है, पॉसिबल है. मुसव्वमा काइंड ऑफ सेल है, कैश डील हो रही है और स्पॉट पर ऑन स्पॉट डिलीवरी भी हो रही है और ऑन स्पॉट जो है वो पेमेंट भी हो रही है, पॉसिबल है. सो वाइल इन मुसव्वमा द पार्टीज फ्रीली एग्री ऑन द प्राइस, in murabaha the seller informs the buyer of his original cost and the parties agree on a stipulated profit to be added to that cost. So this is the liability of the seller in case of murabaha, to disclose the original cost to the buyer of that product, right? So let's move to the next slide. According to the Imam Malik, murabaha is conducted and completed by exchanging goods and price, including a mutually agreed profit margin then and there. And it is important to observe that to him no credit is involved in murabaha. But there are some other views as well. Malikis as a whole do not like this sale as it requires so many conditions, the fulfillment of which is very difficult. However, they do not prohibit it. So Malki school of thought are in view of that कि जो मुराबाहा एक जो सेल है इसके साथ बहुत सारी जुड़ी हुई कंडीशंस हैं जिनका पूरा करना सम हाउ मुश्किल होता है, निगलेक्ट हो सकती हैं, और इस्लामिक फ़ाइनेंस के जो अखलाकियात हैं और जो प्रोहिबिशंस हैं उनमें किसी तरह की कमी हो सकती है। तो इसलिए मालिकी स्कूल ऑफ थॉट जो है वो इसको फेवर नहीं करते, लेकिन इसकी ममानत भी नहीं करते। सो इमाम शाफ़ी इन किताबुल expanded this concept to include credit transactions. So here you can find the difference between Imam Shafi and Imam Malik. Imam Malik do not consider credit, while Imam Shafi consider the credit transaction as well. Credit transaction means the seller will sell the product on spot, and the payment will be made by buyer in some later time, right? उधार पर बेचा जाना. By definition, it is basic for a valid murabaha that the buyer must know the original price, and this is very much important point. I mean, throughout the literature, I found the emphasis on this word, original price, cost of the product, additional expenses if and any, and the amount of the profit. I mean, some of the time there could be some carriage cost. It will be the part of the product cost overall. So accordingly, murabaha is a contract of trustworthiness between seller and buyer. So here keep one thing in mind, that Islamic scholars prefer the ordinary sales over murabaha because there are certain conditions, as I told you people earlier, are difficult to fulfill. So there are likely chances that the violation may occur. So if we talk about Imam Ahmad, so he actually prefers ordinary sale, while saying, according to his words, he said, to me ordinary sale, which is musawama, is easier than murabaha because murabaha implies a trust reposed in the seller and seeking of ease on behalf of the buyer, and it is also requires detailed description to the buyer. This is every likelihood that selfishness may overcome the seller, persuading him to give a false statement, or that mistake may occur which makes it exploitation and fraud. Avoidance of such a situation is therefore much better and preferable. Okay, do remember one thing. A scholar says about murabaha that it was introduced earlier just to secure those buyers who are innocent, and the cunning sellers may take advantage of their innocency and may charge them higher prices, as the buyer may not be well aware of the market situation. So according to the murabaha, seller is bound to expose the real cost of the product or good. But again, we see here, according to the Imam Ahmad, that there are chances of selfishness, and there are chances of persuading the false statement that may be made by the seller just to exploit and just to make a fraud in the deal. So we will definitely try to look on some specific situation that must be fulfilled in case of murabaha. So we will meet in our next lecture with those details. Jazakallah.